Hi everyone. I have another message from Light Beneath My Feet Consulting. I said I would never do this from my car, but I wanted to go to dinner and really felt called to give this message today. So I kind of want to talk about employees who know that they're doing wrong. And we're going to talk specifically in a team dynamic and then kind of a different perspective when the employee kind of starts doing right. So it never fails, and I don't know why it's like this, but in a team dynamic type of environment, team dynamic being one thing may or may not be required for the other person to be successful. So oftentimes we can be all on the same team and we can be doing the same jobs and producing things individually that come to an outcome. But a lot of environments, and especially in the one that I work in with nursing, another person has to do their job in order for you to be able to do your job. And if you don't do that, then you have to either have to do their job or you have to be okay with that job not being done. And so in particular, the person who doesn't do their job, and let's say specifically that they know they're not doing their job, everyone else around them has a tendency to cater to them until they're done catering and they end up blowing it way out of proportion. Or maybe it's due, but that's the point that it's their boiling point, and that's the part that all this comes over, and all of it comes falling at the leader's lap. And so the leader's looking at these people like, this has been going on, why are you saying something now? What was it that happened that you talked about it now? And so I was reading my Bible, and I realized that this is a story in the Bible, and it's in the book of Jonah, and everybody's kind of familiar with Jonah and the whale, but I really was shocked to see that happened. And the reason why I was drawn to that is, if this happened way back then it implies that it is human nature to be like this, and it's not necessarily any sign of your leadership or your willingness to be open, or the ability for people to come and talk to you. Because sometimes we'll think, man, I must be terrible that you didn't come and talk to me sooner, or why didn't you say something sooner? We have all these questions, right? But this tells us that it's been since the beginning of time that we've been like this. And so it makes it a little bit easier to swallow, and there'll be a longer video on my YouTube for me to be able to break down the story and what we're talking about, but I just wanted you to know it's human nature.